All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. I've got a good one for you today. All I had with me was the Avata, we lovingly call Bob. All of our drones are named after the old cartoon show Reboot. You should check it out. All right, I found this on Google Maps, and it looked totally abandoned. So I rolled over there and I checked it out. It was not posted, and believe me, if you didn't know the house was there, you can't see it from the road. This was actually something the Neo should have been doing, but the Avata was equipped with headlights, and that's what I had with me. So away we go. Gonna check this building out right here. I lost my audio, so I'm having to do this audio during the edit. So you're gonna hear me try to remember what I was thinking. Look at this old beauty. He cruised through the bushes here. Oh yes. Wow. I love it. The Neo is great for this, but the Avata does it justice. I love sending this Avata through the woods. It's just amazing videos. Everything just looks like it's coming at you, like you're a jet flying through the woods. Here we go. Let's check out this house. Back porch. As you can see, if I'll turn, it's all caved in. I am assuming somewhere on this back porch was a bathroom, because this house has no bathroom. Now, I had lost my mind and I had thought there was another room to this house because of that window. And I actually, later on, come back in to double check. See, there's no bathroom. And I have no idea about this window. It's right down to the floor. This room is very short. These are some short people, let me tell you. Spin around here. I'm thinking this was probably a chimney. It looks like there were some bricks there, and it's falling down. That's the only thing that really makes sense. Screened in front porch. I haven't thought about another room yet, but right about, I'm gonna go over this porch, and right about now my brain says, wait a minute, there's another room there. Let's check it out. So I'm gonna go back over, and I thought, well, maybe this is the window, but as I peek in, look at those old curtains still hanging there. Nope, that's not the right window. So at this point, I am convinced there's a room there. However, there's not, as you'll see in just a moment. I was kind of in a hurry. I gotta get my standard overview. There's the board covering that window. Look at that old light right there. Wow, that thing's fantastic. Come across the top here. Go back down and around. See that porch. I actually thought that maybe this was the outhouse, but I see no evidence of that either. I'm not convinced it wasn't, but I didn't go in there enough to find out. But that other room at this point is still bugging me. I said, well, there's got to be a bathroom. Maybe it's in here? No, I was ignorant. Look at all that dust flying up everywhere. I don't know what I was thinking, but I had myself convinced there was a room right there. I even told my boss, hey, I found this house with a room in it. I do know where there is another house that has a room that is completely blocked off, and you can see inside it. But by the time I get the Neo right to the window, I lose signal. I got lost looking for this barn. I was just zooming away through the woods and I started losing signal. I was like, wait a minute. So up through the clouds, and here we go. Gonna dive down to this open spot. As you can see, this thing is completely abandoned as well. I assume part of the same property. I try going into this room here. Just as I go in here, I lose signal. It goes yellow about here, red right here, and then it gets all jumbled up. I actually turned around and said, no, let me try the other room. I should have flew in that door right there at the top that you see, but you know, hindsight is 20/20. Nice old couch. In we go. I could have flew all the way across, cut across the top and out of the roof over there. But like I say, I was by myself and I was trying to get this done. There's our commode. Yay. Out the door. Up through the trees. And we'll see if we can't get a couple of shots of this roof. To see how abandoned the house is, the barn's in remarkably good shape. Get a couple shots of this thing. Come back down through the trees, turn around. Get one up over. Let's climb the top. Right there, run the angle of the roof. Man, I love this drone. One more shot across the top. Somewhere about now, I was thinking that building that we saw when we very first came in, that first building, there was a door. It's in my mind. I've got to go back to it. One more time across the top of this one. Send the Avata down through the trees. These ducted fan hates these maple leaves. The Avata has the power. It'll chew them right on up. I've yet to crash it due to a leaf. The Neo, on the other hand, it'll suck a leaf up to the fan, flip over, and play dead. Here we go. I want to check out this one room real quick. Yes, the window is not in it. Poke my head in there, see what's in here. I thought that was eggs laying there, to be honest with you. Not a thing of any interest. Man, I love flying these drones in abandoned properties. All right, thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe.